Okay, it's been about like a month since I played the original Final Fantasy on the channel, so why not do Final Fantasy 3, my personal favorite. We're gonna go in order, and maybe we might dilute the order a bit here and there, or go out of order, but for right now, I like the order. It just means the next game is gonna be interesting. But anyways, yep, Final Fantasy 3 is a much bigger and much larger, larger? I just said the same thing twice. Is a bigger game than Final Fantasy 1, and it clearly shows. And yep, I went into the settings. I changed it to the original. Yeah, because I hate you guys. It's not even remotely close. I hate to, like, where I hate you guys. It's because I think the original soundtrack is actually better than the reorganized soundtrack, but that's also probably due to me liking 8-bit music and all this other stuff. But for right now, we'll put on the original. We might put it on the remaster at some point, but for right now, let's just use the original. So, we gotta make our team. First up, it's gonna be me. I'm gonna name myself. Yay! Even though, actually, no, I don't want this one. I want the blue one. Blue, my favorite color. Okay. I said someone was gonna be Kai, so you be Kai. I also spelled that very wrong, didn't I? Yep, I confused the... I always do that for some reason. Yeah. Who else wants in on this? I said Robin was gonna be one, so this would be Robin. Thank God it's right there. And I mean, I generally have one character that isn't a friend of mine, but this time we're gonna throw another friend in. This one's gonna be Wolf. They know who they are. Or who she is. There. Oh, no, did I say one was gonna be Luna? Oh, crap, I forgot. So much depictions on the first episode. We'll make this one Luna. There. And this is our party. I'm gonna have to swap myself to be the main lead, but whatever. I like the blue armor. It's my favorite. Oh, story time. And in silence, the guard... Well, the Grillins prophesied the great earthquake will begin, it was the beginning. Traversing toward the land thunder, the crystals scores of light was swollen by into the depths of the monsters. I can't read. Yeah, there was nothing catastrophic to come. Oh my god. If people can't tell, I am not also fully awake today. So, there. No reading. You guys gotta read yourself. Four souls are blessed with the power of light and it shall begin. I'm gonna just stick my tongue out for a second. 4 orphans raised in the by Tupa Pop in the ritual If I say I want to stop reading, I should just stop reading. My brain is not functioning even remotely today. Standard started off a simple game, exploration around the cave, and because of earthquake, these dumbasses fell in. I feel like I'm being a little too rude. These are orphans. But I mean, like, they got daggers. Ow. Looks like we fell into a sinkhole. That was not a sinkhole. That is a very clear hole you guys just walked into, apparently. Now what do we do? I also need to change something real fast. I just realized I haven't changed something. Uh-oh. I apologize. No! Oh, boy. It was something that was going to bug me until I fixed it. Or it was going to bug other things until I fixed it. This one. It doesn't matter. You sure it's a good idea? Maybe we can climb out. You don't want to go exploring, you scaredy cat? Don't be such a scaredy cat. Quit your squabbling, you two, and we need to find a way out of here. Okay. And these children get ambushed. Ambushed! By 3 goblins. And just like the Final Fantasy 1 remake, or the Pixel Remaster, it will if you attack all the same monster, it will auto target the next monster. I can't even think of my words right now. That was also a thing in Final Fantasy 3 Vanilla. That would actually be a major thing that would carry on to like pretty much every other Final Fantasy game. What are those monsters doing here? We're in over our heads. Let's get out as fast as possible. Cool. Before any of that, thank you controls. Don't need that. Robin and me are swapping because I am the boy. I am the leader. I am the green knight. I'm the blue knight. Actually, are they called onion knights or onion kids? Onion knights. Cool. This also brings up a very bad thing of I'm going to do something extremely stupid in this game that I don't recommend anyone doing. What is it? There's something strange about that rock. Now that you mention it. Yep, this is telling us about secret passages. Click that rock, you get a way open. Another shield. And just like Final Fantasy 1, I'm probably going to use the auto advance system fairly liberally, just because it's there. These battles are not going to be any harder than like just tap A and win sometimes. There will be stuff later that will be a little more, frustrating to deal with, but it's not been too hard. Also, we can run into a lot more concerning monsters. I'm surprised we haven't run into anything outside of the goblins. Okay, everyone but me. Why did I not get a job level up? Okay, cool. That goes into also something that I want to talk about. Also something about odd color. Let's take a sip. I'm not too sure about this. Take a sip, and you get a wellspring. Wow, I feel revitalized. Your HP and MP are restored. Your KO status is relieved. There are springs across the game that's going to help you keep alive and all this other stuff. So, there is an additional thing outside of just being your standard level ups in this game. There are job level ups, and we'll be getting our first pair of jobs pretty soon. So I think it'll be a little more prudent to talk about that then, opposed to now. So, finally got a job level up. God. Yep. We are babies. We are tiny little babies. And we got the wind crystal. And we're getting ambushed right off the freaking bat. Great. What are those? A mysterious malevolent force starting an attack. The party. I can read it. Okay, so we got potions and Arctic Winds. Arctic Winds will do ice damage. That is the equivalent of level 2 magic, I believe. I think that's Blizzaga? No, that wouldn't be Blizzaga. Oh crap. How does the spells work in Final Fantasy again? It's Blizzard, Blizzara, Blizzaga, and there's something else outside Blizzaga, and I forgot what it was. So that's basically a level 2 spell. The land turtle is weak to ice magic, but we could also just attack it. Please don't turn into a Garland situation in Final Fantasy 1. I do want these kids to live. I want them to gain the experience from this fight. Only 7 damage. It's not bad. It's not that bad. Go ahead. Stab the land turtle. Probably stab it a little more effectively than that. Oh no. Oh, there we go. They wouldn't stab the land turtle. He was bait. Yeah, that land turtle could actually, like, wipe out your entire party without trying too hard. So don't let it. And because it is so gleamful and wonderful, let's talk to it. The crystal shines brightly. Before it had been chosen. Well, the crystal's talking. I give upon you the last of my light within it stores the last hope of fate, last hope of this fading world. Sorry, there's a light in my face and it's very hard to read. As things stand, the light will soon disappear from the balance of the world, and the world will be destroyed. Accept the light into your heart, so the crystal will grant you the unimaginable strength. There we go. I was going to say unlimited strength. You've been chosen to be the bearers of the final chance at hope. You cannot allow the light to fade from the world. The party has been enveloped in the light. Also, excuse me as I burp. Blech. And here's where the opening credits will crawl if you're playing scroll if you're playing the original Super Famicom, the original Famicom. Within the light of the crystal, the surges in them, they will accept their destiny. They decide to accept their destiny. Blech. So it begins the journey to dispel the darkness of in the realm of light. I was going to talk about something I forgot what I was going to talk about. Crap. The young heroes receive the crystal's power. Oh yeah, also this doesn't show up in the DS version actually. I don't think you get any opening cinematics for the DS outside of like the opening cutscene, right? When you boot up the game or the 3D remake rather. Oh well, it doesn't matter. And this is the world's last hope. We got the ability to change into a warrior, monk, white mage, black mage, and a red mage as new jobs. Step upon a sigil and teleport at the surface and embrace the destiny of warrior lights. And with that, we will. We leave. So, unlike Final Fantasy 1, you do not get to choose your jobs. But, when you play more and more, you get to get your jobs. So, you can be a warrior, monk, white mage, red mage, and a black mage. So, here's the thing. The Onion Knight is notorious for being the worst class in the game. But here's the thing. They can equip anything outside of nunchucks that the monk can equip. So, whatever any class could equip, they could equip outright. So that's the trade-off of keeping them as the Onion Knight. And also, there's something extremely useful when you get around the end of their job class levels. I'm going to spoil it right now for you guys, because we're not going to get this until way later in the game. When you hit level 80, all your stats, here we go, the stats. All of those base stats, the strength, agility, stamina, intelligence, and spirit, that goes up by 20. So you will have 25 in each of those stats, which is incredible. But when you get to level 90 or level 99, that goes up to 80 or something like that. It's really crazy. And I made myself a challenge, and I might go back on this because the game is fairly hard in general. But I made myself a challenge of I'll keep one of my characters as an Onion Knight throughout the entire course of the game until they hit the level cap for the job levels, which is 99. So, meaning, I'm going to purposely do this to myself. I'm going to suck really bad. But everyone else is going to be free to change, and then when I get maxed out with my job level, I'll give someone else the Onion Knight job level to see if we can max it out for the final act of the game. If we get to the final act and no one's maxed out any of the Onion Knight classes, then we're kind of SOL, but that's for way later in the game and not so much now. So, going over the jobs. The Warrior. High damage, but high defense. This is pretty much a good class to take into the front rows and tank stuff. So, we're gonna make Robin the Warrior. For right now. We can change that at any given moment. Luna is going to be the White Mage, so she's going to excel in healing magic and some wind elemental magic, which we don't get until like a little bit later anyway, so it doesn't matter. Kai is going to be our black mage, specializing in black magic, so fire, blizzard, etc., etc. And when you change into job classes, your stats go into accordingly. So we start off at level 5 in each stat. The warrior has a ×1 hit, but does 10 damage. Has 9 strength, 5 agility, 5 stamina, 5 intelligence, and 5 spirit. So, also another thing, there are passive abilities in the game. So when you get to like, say, job level 10 with a job, you will actually gain the strength for the default class, which would be Onion Knight. It's not exactly 1-to-1. It's like if you get level 10 or level 15 or whatever, that basically adds 1 strength to your Onion Knight. So that's another way to make the game easier, but I don't remember if that's the case or not in this game, and I'm not gonna lie, I am very bad at memorizing certain things that are like this, where I have to just kind of like put 2 together, so I apologize if I get that wrong. So, the White Mage specializes in Spirit, so the Spirit is higher and the Agility is higher. The Agility stat actually dictates how many times you'll hit in a combo. Yes, there are combos in this game. So, Luna would hit 2 times, she would hit 2 times because she has both her fists out. So 1 for each fist. I think that's also because she doesn't have a weapon equipped. I think if she had a weapon equipped, she would only do 1 combo or something. But that's also another thing. When you're dual wielding, you get double your initial stats. So because Kai here has the twin knives, she's gonna be able to hit like 2 times. But as her agility goes up, she'll be able to hit more and more. Stamina is for HP gain every like character level, and then all the other things are as follows suit. So the only thing you really want to worry about in this game is your defense and magic defense, because I think that isn't broken in the Pixel Remastered like it was in the original and the 3D remake. There were some things that were fixed in the 3D remake, but I don't think the magic defense was, and stuff like that. So before we even go on to even more topics, before we go into like the the world map and stuff, I want to talk about this. You can see that, you know, me and Robin don't have magic commands because we're not magic classes. So it's kind of the point of like, you know, why do you want to cast magic as a warrior when you're focused on physical attacks? And I mean, it makes sense. And this is also another thing going into magic that I never covered in Final Fantasy 1, because I didn't have a magic caster until like very late in the game anyways. But at that point it wasn't really worth bringing it up because I wasn't going to use the magic at all. Magic spells are used by charges. So like, let's say I have a White Mage. If I have 10 charges in level 1, I can use 10 of level 1 spells. There's no NP in this game. That's not until Final Fantasy 4, really. 4 and onwards, I think. But, yeah. I think that covers it. That covers a lot of it. I'm going to save, because I actually need to save regardless. And we got enough time to do this real fast. Let's go back inside the cave. You're probably thinking, what the hell? Why would you want to go back inside the cave? There is a ton of secret stuff here that's going to help us in the early game, and not so much the late game. But, well, no shit's going to help us in the early game. We're still in the early game. There are some free items and free weapons we can pick up, plus we're going to get job experience. The job experience is obviously, you know, going to help us to do more damage or do more things in general. I forgot to change our formation. I want the mages and myself to be in the back row for right now. I'm going to do less damage, and the mages are going to do less damage while in the back row, but we take less damage per turn. Considering we don't have any spells to heal or any spells to do offensive, like, yeah, it's going to be respectable. I mean, even then, like, that crit did 7 damage to that eyeball monster. Level 3, Robin gets 10 strength, we got 10 for Luna, we got 10 for, yeah. So as you level up, the actual levels, that will dictate your stats too, because, you know, it's just like typical, like, you know, your job level's one thing, your actual level's another thing. So, we got 2 knives. I'm gonna give the knife to me. And then, I think we got some arms, did we not? Yes, we did. That's gonna go on... Actually, let's give that to me so I can go in the front. Oh, I can't equip that. Okay, never mind. Is there anything else we got? No. So sorry if I'm, like, super flabbergasted in this first episode, but that's because there's a lot to talk about, and I'm trying to make it all consistent, and try not to trip over my words entirely. But that's doing a great job as it is. Okay, so I realized I probably should have got a red mage. Uh-oh. A red mage would have been a little more useful, I think. But, that's fine. It just means we'll be able to obtain a thing, and we won't be able to use a thing until, like, we get a red mage or someone who can use magical swords. Which, I'm not gonna lie, won't be until probably never. I don't really plan to use red mages or anything like that, because they're not super helpful to begin with. But they're there if you want it. So, let's go back to the crystal real fast, because there is something in there I want to show off. That I don't see a lot of people mention anyways. So, as soon as we get out of here... Oh boy. Oh, we're taking a bit of a beating, actually. So we go back to the crystal. Just like the spirit, the spring, the crystal will actually fully heal you. Yep. So if you're ever grinding in one place in particular, just go back to a crystal. It's a heal point. It's a very useful heal point too. And with that, we'll go to our first town, and you know, probably not tell anyone because we did a bad. We're gonna have to tell someone regardless. But until then, I'll see you guys on next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy 3. Till then, later.